In this video I'm going to show you how to clean your trumpet. The first bit to clean is your mouthpiece. Using a mouthpiece brush you can clean the inside of the bore of the mouthpiece. So we just got some warm soapy water, using the brush in here and in here. That's very important because any dirt inside the bore of the mouthpiece will stop your trumpet playing quite as well. If you don't have a brush, you could use a pipe cleaner. Just to clean the outside, just use a cloth. When I clean my trumpet, the first thing I like to do is to take the valves out and clean them separately. So I've already taken these two out. We just unscrew this here and we'll clean those in a tick. I've filled up my bath with warm soapy water. I've used just a tiny squirt of washing up liquid, and it's not too hot, it's just lukewarm. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the trumpet apart, take all the slides out. This one comes out, this one comes out here, the tuning slide comes out. You may have to take this one out here, you might have some screws here, or you might have a screw here. Anyway, this one comes out and we'll soak that, and also these nuts at the bottom, these caps at the bottom here. So we'll put those in there and give it a soak. We'll then leave it for 20 minutes or so and we'll do the valves. I like to clean the valves separately in the sink because I don't want to get the felts wet. Sometimes you have felt on the top here, but more importantly there's felt here. Now we don't want to get this wet because it will shrink and then the valve won't align correctly. You can take it off, but it's a bit of a hassle. So to clean your valve we can use the end of our double-ended brush and we can clean each hole. I've got some warm soapy water here, so here we go. I think it's quite dirty and that will take all the grime out. This will play much better now. Now, to clean the outside, just simply use a cloth and give it a wipe. Lovely, and do that on every single valve. Now the trumpet's been soaking for about 20 minutes, we're going to give it a clean. Now with a cloth, we can just wipe the outside of the trumpet and paying special attention to the slides. We make sure all the brass coloured bits, just give them a nice wipe, making sure we wipe off all the grease. Now you can do that all around the trumpet, on every slide. Oh, and also make sure you really clean inside the bottom valve cap. There's a lot of grime in here, and with your cloth, just clean that out. Now the important thing to do is to clean the inside of the trumpet, and for this you will need a double-ended trumpet brush. Here we go. And cleaning the inside of the trumpet will keep it hygienic and also make your trumpet play a lot better. So where we need to put it is we need to clean the lead pipe, which is this bit here. So we'll go up here, we'll do this under the water, then all the dirt will come out. So that quickly goes through there. Oh dear, loads of dirt, that's disgusting. Okay, it goes through here. We'll go through each leg. When I mean each leg, is each pipe. So we'll clean through this one and this one. You can see all the dirt coming out. This one, this one here, and this one here. Now, there's also some pipes here which are quite hard to get to. If you go through the lower leg of the third valve, you can push your valve brush through here and then hopefully it will go through this bit here. Now be careful, don't push hard because you don't want to scratch the inside of your valve. And with your finger you can just push it down and there you go. I've now put the valve brush into this bit here as well. So we'll give that all a good brush. Good, and we've got all the dirt removed. We can also do that down the bell as well. We now need to clean inside of the valve cases. To do this, we can use a variety of different things. I mean, the most common one is the valve brush, and you just simply give it a little scrub. Or you could use your end of your double-ended brush, will do a good job. It's a little bit too small, but if you don't have a valve brush, that would be fine. Or you might have been given one of these, which is a cleaning rod, and what you do, you put a little bit of cloth on the end, and you can just give that a go like this. This works good dry. You can clean the inside of your valves dry. It will remove all the oil, so this is a good thing to do. Don't forget, when you clean your trumpet, you also need to clean inside of each slide as well. Once your trumpet has dried, it's time to put it back together and to oil and grease it. Now, my favourite type of grease is this red grease. Selmer tuning slide grease is really good. I'd say no to Vaseline. It doesn't work very well. It dries out, it attracts dirt, so don't use Vaseline. There's lots of other greases you can use as well, but this is like the Selmer tuning slide grease. So what we do, we put a little bit on each leg, and here, and we'll work it in like that, and bingo, that's done. We then do that with each slide. You can quickly go together. Now, with the first and the third tuning slides, you probably want them to be able to move. So to make sure they move a little bit better, you can just put a little drop of valve oil mixing in with the grease, and that'll make it really slidey. You don't want to do that with the second valve. Just use grease on the second valve and just use grease on the tuning slide. This is a reverse pipe, so your trumpet might look like it's got brass here and here, but you put the grease on here and there. Now, once you put that together, we now got to put the valves. Make sure you get the right valve. That's valve 2. Here we go. Yeah, we'll start with valve 3. Simply put that in here. Don't forget to put your cap on, otherwise when you put the oil, put a lot of oil on, it'll all fall out the other end. And then simply put a couple of squirts of oil on this bit here. Yeah, make sure you put the third valve in the third case. If you're not sure how to oil your valves, I've done a video on how to oil your valves, so that might be helpful for you. So that's how you clean your trumpet. Just to finish it off, you might want to give it a polish. If it's lacquer, just use a cloth, and if you want it nice and shiny, you could use maybe a bit of furniture polish, just a tiny little bit. If it's silver, you could either just give it a buff with a cloth. If you want it really shiny, you could use a silver cloth, but make sure you polish it off with a standard cloth, otherwise you'll get lots of black blotches.